Someone had to say it, okay? And it's just got to be said. Black men in the West have become women. They've just become too feminine. The stuff that I keep seeing from black men nowadays is just like, it's embarrassing, folks. It's embarrassing. There are men now online acting like women. Like, you see when women just have like gossip corners and all they do is just gossip about someone else? That's exactly what men online are doing now. I just watch black men acting like women all day. Well, I don't actually do it, but this is what I'm seeing. All they do is they find time. Do you know how much research and how much time and energy goes into me making one of my videos? I've got to find newspaper articles. I've got to find books. I've got to find other videos. I've got to do all this kind of stuff, right? But I don't mind doing that. I don't mind taking the time doing that because I believe that it's for educational purposes. Yeah? And people are getting something from it. Do you know what people are doing now? Do you know what men are doing now? Men are going around, right? They're taking their time and they're going to dig and search for dirt on other men. Just like women do. Just like women used to. Oh, do you know Sarah? Oh, did you hear about what happened with Sarah? Oh yeah, she apparently slept with so-and-so's husband and all this kind of stuff. I'm just like, that's exactly what men are doing nowadays. They're like, oh, I've got a court document from this and from that, and this guy done this, and this guy done that. And I'm just like, bro, why are you acting like a little bitch? Why do you care so much? And you know, the one thing that really pisses me off is the men in the comment section. Oh my God, they love it. It's like they're fucking masturbating to this stuff, right? It's like, oh my God, yeah, he thought he was this, and look, he's been exposed, yeah. I'm like, where's the manhood gone? Where the hell has the manhood gone? When did men get like this? I'm telling you, I'm asking. When did men start acting like women and start behaving like they care about what another man's life is, what's going on in another man's life, and what another man done, and who another man had sex with, and all this kind of stuff? When did men start caring about this? But the bottom line is, this is what is going on. I'm watching black men in the West. I'm watching black men in the West just crumble. I'm watching them crumble, man. Like, they do not understand who they are anymore. They don't understand what it means to be manly. I used to be an actor for 15 years. And I had a showreel online. You know, one of these guys took stuff from the showreel and was like, oh, this guy's gay. He's a homosexual. I'm just like, what are you talking about? What are you Listen, if people want to be homosexual, by all means, let them be homosexual, right? That's up to them. But I'm not one, right? But, you know, if people want to be homosexual, that's up to you. But I'm just like, wow, like, this is what men are doing. This is what they're doing with their time. Men are becoming bitches, essentially. They're becoming women. They're becoming gossip queens. And I'm watching it, and I'm thinking to myself, at some point in time, is somebody going to call it out? So it's like, all right, cool, I'll do it. I don't care. You know, I'll take the heat, as I always do. I'll let the men, the same men that claim to be men, you know, have a masturbation session in my comment section about how I'm this and I'm that and blah, blah, blah. All because you want to watch men gossip like women. Seriously, hours and hours and hours of men just sitting online gossiping about other men. I'm just thinking, come on, bro. Like, seriously. Like, let's do something. Like, say something of substance at least. Get me involved in something. No. Oh, but you know what? You know what I got? I got this on him. It's just like, bro, no one's lived a squeaky clean life. No one has. I'm sure there's stuff that you've done, right, that you don't want people knowing. So, we're here. We're doing our thing. Who's trying to judge somebody else? It doesn't even matter. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. You guys are looking for content which is sensationalist and bitchy. That's all you're doing. You're looking for sensationalist, bitchy content. The women have the blog pages. Yeah? The women have the blog pages. And then these men are online just fucking bitching. My brother, O'Shea Duke Jackson, in Uganda, has a podcast, and he was asking if African-American men have become soft. And are they softer than African men, from the continent? And you know what, bro? I'd have to agree, man.
Are African men more masculine than African American men?
Dun, dun,
This
dun.
is going to be a classic. We'll start off with Agaba since he got experience on both of these realms.
Okay, I would not to paint every Black American man, not every African American man, not to paint them with a broad brush, but I would say yes. Generally speaking, there's a heightened level of femininity when it comes to the way that young Black men are raised in America, and a lot of it. I'm not going to sit here and talk about statistics of, young Black males born into single motherhood and all of that stuff. But just the fact is the fact. Mm-hmm. Particularly among this millennial generation.
Uh-oh.
Let me call it that as well. People that are born, let's call them 1990 and after. There's a lot of young men out there who are raised by their moms, their sisters, their grandmothers, and they deal with things from a feminist perspective. They have a feminine attitude about how they deal with the challenges that they face in life. They have a feminine attitude about how they solve problems, how they resolve conflict. And it can definitely lead one to believe that this is not a manly man. Without the example of a strong male figure in your life, be it a father, an uncle, a big older sibling who also has had the impact of a father figure in their lives, a grandfather. Without that dynamic consistently and readily available, particularly as a young man, it gets into his teenage years. I've seen too many cases where young men who enter their teens and the only influence that they have is a woman's influence, they just learn all of the wrong habits.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the fact that so many men, Black men in the West, have been raised by single mothers, their female traits have seeped into these men. The gossiping, the bitching, the backbiting, the underhanded comments. That's exactly what women do. You guys have had arguments with your woman, and she'll just bring up some shit from 5 years ago. Yeah, well, you never said that 5 years ago when da-da-da, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yo, what the hell was that? That's exactly what these guys are doing. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're acting like they're manly. This is some bitch shit. I'm not even gonna lie. I think whoever you are, I'm not even calling out no names because there's too many of them to even go by. Guys, start doing some content of substance. There's too much going in the world for the men to be sitting around bitching. The reason why women could sit around and gossip and bitch is because men have something to build. They're out there building something. The women have got more time on their hands to gossip and bitch. But all of a sudden, right now, it's the men that are gossiping and bitching. Guys, please, stop the bullshit.